to DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casimir. We begin tonight with cricket. Preparations for the 2018 version of the Caribbean Premier League continues in earnest. In December, it was announced that St. Lucia will be hosting a number of matches in the tournament at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds. Well, teams are expected to announce players who will be retained in this year's version today, Friday, as the 26th of January 2018. Well, sources close to both St. Lucia Sports Online DBS and the local CPL franchise have indicated that former West Indies captain and two-time World Cup champion Darren Sammy will be on St. Lucia's team. Speculation as to whether the champion would be on the team this year rose exponentially as interest from other franchises rose during the end of last year. This was due to the unceremonious removal of the world's most successful T20 captain from the position last year. Given that the move yielded even worse results for the franchise, there has been a rising chorus of dissension from the St. Lucian fan base as to whether to support a franchise that they view as being disrespectful to the local hero. For a very large segment of the population, Darren Sammy was not the reason for the team's dismal performance last year, and as such, he should be given the captaincy for the 2018 season. Some have expressed the lack of desire to come out in support of the franchise if Sammy is not reinstated. Well, join the discussion on St. Lucia Sports Online on Facebook. Do you think Darren Sammy should be the captain of the St. Lucia Stars franchise? Would you come out in support of the Stars if another captain is named? Go on there. Let us know what you think. Well, the semi-final of the 2018 World Cup Play Championship got underway yesterday. In the semi-final, West Indies took on Canada for the rights to play in the grand final in the second tier of the competition. St. Lucia's current junior cricketer of the year, Kimani Melius, missed out on this matchup as a nagging back injury proved too much for the Barbuda native. Melius, being unable to play, may have felt that he missed out on another opportunity to further cement his stature as a world-class batsman at this level. His feelings were perhaps further exasperated as he sat and watched his fellow opening partner destroy an innocuous bowling attack. After winning the toss and electing to bat, West Indies went on to a rampage as they got to 323 for 8 in their allotted 50 overs. Well, Kimani's fellow opening batsman Keegan Simons, he blasted 166 of just 137 deliveries. Alec Athanas registered just another half century as he scored 87 from 95 deliveries. In response, Canada were bowled out for just 136 as West Indies secured a finals berth. Well, hopefully Kimani can play in that final. Well, students from schools in District 8, which is on the west coast of the island, did battle to be the 2018 intra-district table tennis champions. Defending boys champion Shaquille O'Geese from Buta successfully defended his crown, seeing off much stiffer competition this time around. The boys from Soufrière and Canris played some epic games, but were unable to defeat the steady and consistent play of Shaquille. Daisy Osman of the Lezetang Combined School is the girls' champion after an epic final with Harmony Jones of Canris Primary. Well, when the kids went to the medal podium, the Canris team of players captured 1 silver and 2 bronze medals, and Lezetang Combined School captured 1 gold and 2 bronze medals. Buta Combined captured 1 gold medal, while Soufrière Primary captured 1 silver medal. Well, the Beckwith International Leadership Development Program is designed to instill leadership through sport. By the year 2017, the Ministry of Youth Development and Sport would have invested EC $700,000 in this youth leadership development through sports initiative. More in this report.
The Department of Youth Development and Sports recently held a seminar for trainees of the Beckwith International Leadership Development, BUILD. The seminar gave the BUILD trainees an opportunity to come together and share experiences they have gained from the training they have received under the program. The BUILD program was initiated with the need for young volunteers in anticipation of St. Lucia's hosting the Commonwealth Youth Games in 2017. Despite the fact that St. Lucia was unable to stage the games, the program has continued due to the impact it has had among the nation's youth and their overall development.
Over the past years, BUILD has held almost 25 training sessions throughout the island. We've worked in schools, we've worked in communities, we've worked in churches, and our aim is to provide St. Lucia with a group, a cohort of young people who have the skills that employers would grab onto. We said grab it this morning. And also, while the employers would grab onto those skills, these young people would be contributing to the organizations in their communities, in their schools, and also in the nation.
Ms. Wilfred went on to emphasize the ways young participants have gained vital life skills due to their training in the BUILD program.
Throughout the past 4 years, we've been able to train at least 65 local tutors. We've been able to train about 540 young sports leaders. And we believe that our investment in these young people, we are going to reap a lot of benefits. Throughout this time of our training program, we've been really happy to see how some of our young people have represented St. Lucia in international and regional events.
Since its inauguration, St. Lucia has been able to develop the capacity to have local master trainers to continue with the training of young sports leaders. From the Department of Youth Development and Sports, I'm Ryan O'Brien.
Well, veterans football action continues this weekend at the Philip Massey Grounds in Vieux Fort with the staging of the semi-finals of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup and the Flow Play Championship. Saturday will feature the semi-finals of the Flow Play Championship. One will witness a Castries derby as former Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup champions VSADC, with the likes of their leading goal scorer Clive Chapatis in the mix, will come up against Flow Lancers at 6 p.m. The latter will be pinning their hopes on Nigel Springer as the informed striker. The second semi-final will feature newcomers Labowie Connection against former Gold Cup champs Carricker Masters. Our action continues on Sunday 20th January with yet another double-header as teams battle it out in the semi-finals of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. Kicking off the excitement at 5 p.m. will be Valencia's Joseph and his impressive Valley Legends. They come out against the Sherman Sylvester and Everton Rages team from Grosley. The northern team will no doubt also be depending on former national player Francis Babalastic to see them through. The night's proceedings will come to a close at 8 p.m. in a repeat of last year's semi-finals. Home team of Vieux Fort Central will square off against Sufa Veterans. The home team will be pinning their hopes on the trio of Titus Titi Elva, the leading goal scorer, and the Butu Jabatis and Wilbur Format. Sufa will continue to lean on the playmaker Jerome Baboy Seville to take them home. Wow, Veterans football this weekend, Philip Massey Grounds. Wow, so let's take a look at the nominees for the Junior Sportsman of the Year. Only recently turned 17, Kimani Melius had a very productive 2017. He registered the highest aggregate at the Massey United Insurance Under-19 Schools Cricket Tournament, registering a top score of 184 runs. At the community-organized T20 Ezekiel Joseph Cricket Competition, he was the second leading run scorer with 2 centuries. Representing St. Lucia at the Windward Islands Cricket Tournament, playing true to form, he again was the leading run scorer, having compiled a century against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He further went on to represent the Windward Islands at the CWI Regional 3-Day Under-19 Cricket Tournament, where he was the leading run scorer with a tally of 441 runs. This included 1 century, 109 against Jamaica, and 4 half-centuries. At this CWI Regional Tournament, he caught the eyes of the regional selectors and was invited to attend a training camp in Barbados. At the conclusion of the camp, Kimani Melius was selected to represent the Cricket West Indies at the 2018 ICC Under-19 World Cup in New Zealand. Well, Nathan Ferrari, this 19-year-old had a successful 2017 in the ring. In March, boxing at the tournament in Guyana, he won the gold medal in the junior welterweight division. In the process, he was adjudged the most outstanding boxer. At the OECS Boxing Championships in the 64 kg division, he was again outstanding, winning another gold medal. Participating in the Creole Championships in July, he managed a silver medal this time around. Nathan Ferrari concluded 2017 with a bronze medal at the highly competitive Caribbean Boxing Championships, which was held in St. Lucia in December. Our 17-year-old Ruben Nicholas was the most outstanding athlete at the Corinth Sports Meet, picking up 7 gold medals and 1 bronze in the Division 2. At the National Games, he achieved the personal best in both the 400 and 800 meters, where he picked up gold. This he successfully followed up at the Inter-School Games. As a result, he was the first male qualifier for the Carifta Games and the IAAF World Under-18 Championships, Regionally, he attained 2 silver medals running the 400 meters event at the meet in Martinique. He finished second in another personal best time of 49.03 seconds. At the Whitsundaide Games held in Grenada, he was consistent with a time of 49.41 seconds, returned in a men's field. His crowning moment came when he represented St. Lucia at the IAAF World Under-18 Youth Games in Kenya. His achievement ranked him 11th on the world stage in his age group. Wow! Well, we certainly wish all these nominees the best of luck at the ceremony. We take a break. When we get back, the SLFA takes injuries seriously. Welcome back. Now, due to how aggressive football is in nature and high pace, injuries will inevitably occur. In addition, the occurrence of sudden illnesses and accidents must also be on the forefront of one's mind as they seek to improve every facet of the football package. Being cognizant of that fact, the St. Lucia Football Association, Inc. has deemed it absolutely essential that every participating club in local football be equipped with an individual capable of administering assistance in the unfortunate event of an on-the-field incident. For this reason, the SLFA has teamed up with the St. Lucia Red Cross to organize the SLFA St. Lucia Red Cross Responders Course to be facilitated by their certified personnel. This course was held yesterday, that's Thursday, 25th January, at the St. Lucia Red Cross headquarters at VG. 12 participants, initially from the first division clubs and 4 additional ones from select clubs in the President's Cup for participants. Further opportunity will be made available for other clubs to benefit from this worthwhile venture. Good stuff. Well, in regional cricket, the group of players who recently declined to represent the West Indies in the upcoming ICC World Cup qualifiers will no longer be considered for selection to the regional team without first providing formal indication of a desire to return. The cricketers, which include Trinidadians Kieran Pollard, Sunil Narain, Darren Bravo, and Jamaican all-rounder Andrew Russell, indicated that they would not be available to represent the region in the upcoming World Cup qualifiers, as it would conflict with their participation in the Pakistan Super League. The qualifiers, which begins in Zimbabwe on March 1st, will represent a last chance saloon for the regional team who missed out on qualification due to their premier event after falling outside of the world's top 8 by September 30th deadline. In order to make an appearance at the global tournament in England next year, the West Indies, the 2-time champions, must now finish in the top 2 from the 10-team qualifier. While insisting that the players' decision to skip the tournament was respected, Grieve insisted that they could no longer be considered as automatic choices. The players that have chosen to not be available need to tell us if that changes, Grieve told Sportsmax Zone. Well, finally, our so sad moment of the week. Chelsea has outspent Arsenal almost 4-1 in the last 3 seasons. So it must be expected that this club could defeat Arsenal in every competition. But can they?
Nice for the Quetta. For Pedro! Offside. That's a pretty straightforward decision.
Yeah, Pedro feeling that he had timed his run well. But the linesman doesn't need VAR, he gets it spot on. But Arsenal haven't started.
Oh, deflected in. Well, the header was from Monreal, who's in amongst it again, and it's 1-1.
Can you believe the space that Nacho Monreal has got here? Just pulls away. Rudiger, it's an instinctive nod of the head towards the ball. Well, it's a double deflection, isn't it?
Arsenal can use to their advantage. Lacazette. Holding off for Christensen. Put it in by Granit Xhaka. The goal that Arsenal had to score, they have scored. They're ahead on the night and on aggregate in the semi-final.
Well, Lacazette has had to work really hard tonight. It's not been easy for him. Hasn't had much support at times. But how well does he do here running the channel? It's all about persistence, holding off Christensen and just bubbling one through. The little break of the ball, and Xhaka reacting like a striker. First there to poke in what might be a huge goal for Arsenal here.
Well, wow. Arsenal advanced to the final of the Carabao Cup after drawing with Chelsea at their home and beating them at the Emirates Stadium. Guess their spending doesn't mean that much. Keep trying, guys. So sad. Our sport, TBS News continues after the break.